conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Steve Copeland, Lord, I'm terrified as hell, y'all. And I'm not terrified as hell because of the patient or the client. I'm terrified as hell with talking to the Baltimore City Police. Because every time I try to talk with them, it's like they won't listen. This my business, right? And they won't listen to me as the owner of the business. Now I had to dial 911 again. Because this dude just texted my phone talking about they let him go. So I want to know if did they really let him go? Or is he in the hospital like with his phone calling my phone? So I don't even know what hospital he in. And I guarantee you they're going to tell me they can't tell me that. I was shocked though. They let him go and nobody called me to tell me or ask me anything about him. I was waiting for them to call and tell me something about him. Nobody called. And then this boy sitting up there saying, I sent the Texas. He's sitting up there saying that the police and them telling him to press charges against me. He's in my housing program. But the police gonna tell him to text me. What's the more Saturday? I might have to text I might have to text Ivan Bates later because I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm terrified. The police supposed to be coming in. I'm terrified because they don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. So I'm gonna make sure the same way they got private auto block. What? Private caller. Did they say caller? Oh Lord have mercy. Now I gotta I'm telling you, I don't feel like this with the police. Cause it's like they don't listen. They so freaking arrogant. Watch this. Watch. Damn shame. I don't even know what hospital they took this boy to. Oh Lord, I don't feel like talking to no damn police. Shit is cool over here. I was in there asleep. And he texted my phone talking about, yeah, I'm home now. And the police said this and the doctor said that and told me I need to do this and that towards you. I'm trying to wait for him. But I want to do this on my live. Cause I'm tired of these people, man. I'm tired of it. Whew. Then the lady come tell me, you want to talk to somebody around the Eastern District? I was like, no. Cause I had just went around there not too long ago before I came back here. You could see somebody right there looking at me and didn't even ask me what I wanted or nothing. Why is this? I'm just asking, why is this? I know y'all don't know. I'm just saying. It's a damn shame. This a damn shame. And I text Brandon Scott and them back, right? So this a damn shame, man. They want to force this dude to stay in my temporary housing thing. Ain't paid money in months. But see, when I go to talk, it's like they want you to hear them more than to pay attention to it. I'm the reason why I called you here. But y'all did it. I didn't do it. The police did it when they told him he can't evict you. He got to go downtown. I went. He can't evict you. You got to go downtown. I was like, if y'all don't shut the repeating the same things over and over. See, I don't want to go around the house because he said he at the house. So I want to know, is he actually at the house or is he still at the hospital and he's able to use his phone? Because he texted me. So now I got to wait for him to come. Ooh, I'm stepping out. Oh, damn. Ooh, damn shame I got to go through all this. I'm trying not to, I'm going to try, if I continue working with like people that's, dealing with mental issues, I just want to, somebody trying to call my phone? Why is this girl study sending me a message? Laura, I'm on my phone. Lord have mercy. I do not feel like this with Baltimore City Police. I need y'all to be on here. See, the sad part too, like I said, when I went to the commissioner basically was telling me if the crime hasn't been committed, then they can't do nothing. So I'm trying to avoid the crime. I've been thinking in a way, right? We might have to do a rally or something on the police department. We might have to do something. Because for some reason, people with mental issues, they don't, to me, they don't really want to, do their job. And then when I dial 911, it cut me off. It dropped me off. I'm like, God dang it, they got me blocked. Police like, we're going to block this sucker. He be calling too much. Something wrong with him. Because he be calling too much. And I'm going to tell him he's blaming this stuff on y'all because y'all feeding him poor information. Then the sergeant, when he talked to me, he come talking about you can't evict him. Once again, they keep on doing it. And I seen he was trying to be like arrogant. So I'm like, okay, can I get your badge number and name? Good morning. Why do I gotta go through this? Why don't y'all just listen, man? Let's do it right the first time. Stop taking me all around the mulberry bush. I'm just peeping out the window now. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna say, look, one of the clients just called me. The client y'all took, he said y'all let him go and he's back around the house. So if I go around the house, it's gonna blow off. My thing is, why don't y'all just press charges against him for me? Because the way it looks, something gotta happen first. And I'm trying to avoid all that. Why y'all making it so complicated? So the reason why I came on my restream, because this is going over to Twitter too. So I wanted to go to Twitter. So Brandon Scott or whoever that I deal with can see it over there. If he's at that house, that's not good. That is not good. If he around that house, that's not good. And Dre, I don't in a way I don't think he there, but he might be. But whatever Dre had or whatever Dre going through, he seemed like he was high as hell too. But the thing is, they won't listen, and I'm trying to tell them, the boy. I think because he's not happy, he don't have his medication. He's like wilding out. We ain't never went this far. We ain't never went this deep. That's when he texts me. When he texts me, right? I told him to get out of my temporary housing program because now he's trespassing. But look, just to think about it, what you just said, the only way I can press charges, the crime has to be committed. That's the only way. That a crime has to be committed, like fighting. We fighting. In order for me, or it's like I'm telling them everything, but the way the commissioner told me today, yeah. When I was talking to the commissioner today, because the police was telling me what to go do, and she like, well, unless the crime is committed, then that's the only way. But guess what? The police got to see it with their two eyes. So it's like I go in my house, right? I already no, I don't want to use the word evict them, right? But if I go in my house, grab them like this, I'm going to jail because I touched them. So they want me to grab them so that they can say the crime was committed. This is how the law is now. I'm like, what? Yeah, yep, yep. And they got to see it for their own selves. And see, everything I'm doing is going around to let them see it's not me. But if you listen to the police, they'll turn around and make it seem like I'm the problem. And that's the way the police got it designed now. So whoever did that, it's like they gotta see the action itself before they do anything. That's the problem, because they not seeing it. And if they let this boy go, because the judge told me she said they could keep him for like 24 hours to evaluate him, but then they can keep him up to 72 hours. Now, the condition he's in now, in my mind, from where he's at, the 72 hours. But if he went there and they let him go, I'm like, oh my God, so y'all ain't seeing this? I called Stephanie to see was she up. Cause Stephanie the only one in there with a phone. And I know she not up because she went to sleep late. And I don't want to go around there because if he in there, then, you know, something gonna break out. So I'm trying to avoid it. I was sleeping my tail off too. And I heard my phone go bing. But see, I was waiting for like the therapist, whoever he talking to. I was waiting for them to call to like ask me, some stuff. So if they let him go, they didn't even call me. They just let him go. Didn't call me to at least Mr. Copeland, what else was going on with him, something like that. Y'all just let him go. I'm like, oh, ooh, no. The judge said at least 24 hours. That's why I was waiting for him to call me. I made sure my phones was right so I wouldn't miss him this time. But for some reason, it's like they let him go anyway. That's if. He might have his phone on him and texting me from the hospital. That's what I'm trying to see. And I don't know where he went. I don't know what hospital he in. I just called John Hopkins. I just called the University of Maryland. I can't think of the one over there near 33rd. And then I don't know if they took him over to what? Franklin Square? If they took him to Franklin Square, somebody brought him back. Or even if they took him to John Hopkins, somebody brought him back. John Hopkins is closed. The university is closed. I just can't figure out why. And I'm really, really not trying to figure it out. But it's like I just can't understand why you put this boy somewhere. And then now imagine his sister now. Because his sister ended up calling me and I didn't answer the phone. But I dialed 911 because I wanted them to hear the sister because it's like y'all recording stuff. So I need this recording. If they let that guy go, mm, and I'm telling them, this boy and his sister, and not only that, it's gonna turn into a fight, y'all. I think somebody gonna end up getting killed too. It's just the way I feel right now with them. Now I'm thinking about the 5 polices that beat up the black guy, the 1 police that killed Tyree. Yeah, I just called them because the boy called me and told me that he was back at the house. And I think when they took him last night, it was probably around 11, 12. He shouldn't be back like this. And then nobody called me, right? Like the psychiatrist or whoever evaluating him, nobody called me to ask questions. So if they let him go, that's not good. And y'all ain't called me. And then on top of that, my thing is, this is my business, right? And I keep telling them, it's like the clients is in here. Some have mental issues, no, all of them. But this crew right here, I'm starting to really realize they will never be able to function on their own. They won't. And this is what I'm getting. The girl that was in the front room, she moved for whatever reason. I don't know, but I'm glad she did because I've been trying to get her some help as well. I'm just trying to wait for them to come out. I won't wait outside. I'll be freezing after that. They might not tell me what hospital they took him to. Now, come on. This is a client, but they don't want to talk to me. He said that you trying to get him evicted. No, not in that sense. I want him out. You see what I'm going through right now? So what y'all gonna tell me I got to keep him? No. And they don't listen. I told them I knew for a fact that when I went down to the rent court, I knew they wasn't gonna do nothing because mine's is different anyway. I can give you a 72-hour notice. But now, once I give you a 72-hour notice, you go. But when you don't go, like he's doing now, he's fighting. So everything they told me to do, but I am. And then, like I said, I went to press criminal charges, but the way they got things set up now, unless the action has taken place, and then on top of that, the police got to be there to see it. They got to see it with their own eyes in order to, intervene. And my thing is with me, right? Y'all ain't gonna see it with me, cause I ain't going no goddamn going jail. And it seemed like this is what's gonna happen, y'all. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm just so sick and tired of talking to our policemen, and they not helping me. They telling me everything that I don't have to do to do. So I'm steady repeating myself. I ain't gotta do that. I ain't gotta do this. I ain't gotta do that. Then they asked me to show them the proof, right? Like the article. And I'm like, um, I done told y'all, I done showed y'all, y'all don't listen. And every time I do that, go back to the same stuff. Like they've been programmed. People be dead waiting on them. Keep telling y'all, y'all in trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Messing with the police. You're gonna be either shot or killed. I ain't trying to get I ain't trying to get shot 16 times. And I'm not trying to get beat up by 5 cops, because that's the way they be giving me the look. Been messing with my leg tie. Since this is not an extreme emergency. And then the dummies might have went back around to the house. I gave them the address to my house now. Get away, Tammy. Get away. Get away. Whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they back at the house. I went to the police station, right, before I came home. I went there so that I can show them the 72-hour thing, right? But see, with them, they keep looking at the other side, and I be trying to tell them you got to come over here. It's not that I'm being smart. I'm gonna show you that our say eviction is different from like the landlord tenant, and it tells you it's slightly different because it's based off a program. But when I give them the paper to look at it, it's just like they won't read it or really focus on it. And then they'll go back to that landlord tenant thing. Get off of there. Move. This is nerve wracking. And I was sleeping good too. Mm, mm. And see, I get small with them, right? I really don't like messing with y'all because y'all got me thinking about them 5 polices that beat that killed that man. So I'm trying to stay on your good side. I'm telling you now, if he around there, and if his sister come to get her stuff now, she asked for Saturday. In her text, she said the 3rd, February the 3rd. Now, I was trying to find out who was the lady that came and picked up the baby. They wouldn't even tell me. Like, this is none of my business. I said, I'm the one that did the emergency protection order. So you would think they would talk to me, right? Nope. Nope, nope. They act like I was a nosy person. I'm like, damn, look at this, man. Look at this. That's why I asked the sergeant for his name, number, and badge. It's like this is not going right for me. Things is just not going right. Probably give me a hard way to go too. I just want to make sure if that they didn't let him go. Cause the thing I'm thinking about the whoever's evaluating him, I'm looking for their phone call, to get more information on him, stuff like that. And then that way I could tell him, when he first came in, how he used to be compared to now. To me, it's like rather than him getting better, he didn't got worse now. I'm telling y'all, I did not want to call no 911. And then she was going to connect me with the district. And I'm like, I was standing at the door. You could see the guy looking right at me. I rung the bell. I thought he was going to buzz me in. He just stood there and looked. And I turned around and walked away. But I know it's a lesson with everything that's happening. I know it. It just don't feel good. It just don't feel good. And that's why I was telling my We're One family um CEO. See what I'm to me now, what I'm gonna start doing, because I see people don't know how to take me. So I wanna stop being like on the front line. You got me? Cause it's not that I'm trying to hurt you. But my thing is because I know the truth about stuff as far as when it comes to the laws, how it's supposed to be done. And not just that with our politicians and stuff, because my whole goal is not to go, which I probably end up going, but it's not to go to any more like community events and stuff, town hall meetings and stuff like that. It's not for me to go. And the reason why I'm saying it, because normally if I'm sitting somewhere, I can basically tell you how we can get better or come out of it. And my mind go towards the solution, where a lot of people is just doing this. Now I'm starting to really, 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 really realize they don't want it, Steve. Like the solution. They don't want it. They say they do. But my thing is, if you do, let's sit down and talk. So I realized they ain't want it. They don't want it. So I don't really want to waste time with them. I want to actually start working on stuff, but without like the police department, our elected officials, because to me it's like y'all a waste of time now, and I'm not for it. And I'm sitting up here thinking everything I do around Baltimore City to try to help, it's like it's not worth it or it doesn't matter anymore. And I seriously don't know if God telling me to leave this alone. Like, I know I'm going to go in another area, but I'm just trying to see if, like, with our homeless and less fortunate people, because I'm one of the least ones that, like, steal their money, take all their cards. I mean, take their cards, their food stamp. I don't do that. I don't do it. And it seemed like I'm being punished for doing all the right things. And I don't like it. And then all these people that, I done came through this process with, it's like nobody reaching out to give me no support. So I don't know if they see me. I don't know if my stuff blocked. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know if God is telling me to back up, to stop doing this, and to actually move over here, which I'm gonna move over there anyway. But whatever I do, I really want to be able to continue working with people that's don't have nowhere to go, that's out on the streets, to help them turn their lives around. So I want to continue like doing it, but now when it comes to the housing part of this, and I'm gonna just say basically my clients, the ones I have, they wouldn't even be able to get into a house of their own and maintain it. They wouldn't, because I'm thinking about their episodes. And when they have those episodes, then or they're in that state of mania, they're not going to be responsible and productive. So that's what I'm looking at. The ones now that um, the state they in. So I'm like, some of them, Mary and Stephanie, I think they ready. I felt that in my spirit a while back. But some other people don't hang in too long to be able to. If you improve yourself, right, like doing all the right things, if I can't say like by the time you get ready to move forward, I can always get somebody else to like let you with the home buyers program, stuff like that. I can always get you with somebody else. That's 911, right? See how long it's taking. They probably like, oh Lord, I'll go right here and deal with him. Right here and deal with him. And see, I want to let them know, do not. This is my business. Why is it so hard for you to get them out of there? Making it hard for me. Harder. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep if they hurry up. I'm telling you. Another day. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to hire me some bodyguards from these two. Ooh, ooh. Ain't nobody calling my phone. And that's why I came on my restream. Because I know people gonna be over there on Twitter and gonna pop in from time to time to see, oh my God, Steve been going through this. A friend of mine's gonna tell me, well, he ain't no friend. Talking about, I guess he was like, you shouldn't live stream it. Yes, I should. And it's not, it's a learning lesson for everything. And then if I'm about the truth and nothing but the truth, I feel like, what I do, it's not breaking anything because it's the truth. Now I know people try to play with that, but when you do, you come for me. I'm going to look up stuff as a civil rights leader. I'm going to look it up. So if you call yourself like we're going to put a suitcase on him, please do. What is the First Amendment? The First Amendment, freedom of speech. And that's what social media is all about. Now, I'm not certified where I'm breaking, what's that? Uh, like those accredited things that they had to stick by. I'm almost like, I don't think they're coming because of me. And I'm going to tell them, it's y'all, this is y'all doing it, ain't me. That's because y'all should have done what I asked you to do at first. Y'all did this. So don't blame me. That's why we're going through what we're going through. Because they keep telling him, and he's saying it again on the eviction thing. That's not what I do. I ask you to leave. If you like not, taking the suggestions to turn your life around and stuff, why am I going to keep you? So now, if you read them texts right, he making it sound like that's his house. Only because the police gave him that idea. When they start talking that other stuff, him and his sister. How can y'all do that? This is business for me. Y'all looking at a house, yes. And when they keep saying tenant, I'm like, no, they my clients. Do they pay rent? And then the next time they go tenant, I'm gonna say, go ask them for a lease. Because you keep using tenant, then you need to ask him that tenant to show that he has proof of living there. Show you a lease. And then I ain't gonna say, well, show him a lease, because he might have went and printed out something and say, see, but no, 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 no. Too many games. And I guarantee your sister that ran took out some other charges too. She gonna call my phone, right? She gonna call my phone and say, don't be calling my phone. Didn't I tell you don't call my phone? I ain't call you. You called me, and then she flipped it. I ain't call you, girl. You play too much. Come on, y'all, so I can go back to sleep. Gosh. I don't know what's going on. Her stuff is at the house. Now, I don't know who the guy was she was with, but all her stuff is still in there. Even though she haven't been there, her stuff is there. And if she think her stuff gonna be in there the rest of the month, she got another thing coming. And they bet not tell me what I cannot do, because it will be in the trash. You don't hold me up from doing what I do. And she got a lot of stuff. A lot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, wherever she at, she basically gonna leave it there. Because the girl that was on the first floor, I had to actually go in that room and because I had a deadbolt on it, she put the deadbolt on it. So I had to break the window to get in to unlock that, to put some new locks on. Because the girl on the first floor wouldn't come back, and give me the key to get in. I was going to take the lock off anyway. Because I'm not going to let you put a lock on a room that I can't get in, no. Because what happens when I put locks on the door, I want my key back. So whoever come now, I got an extra key. But if you don't, if you don't give me the key back, then I'm going to make extra keys. So when he texted me to say he was there, I said, I'm glad you told me, because now the thing is to file trespassing charges. Because I've been told him to go. I did a 14-day. Like right now, they took him. I can serve him with a 14-day to vacate. Because what it's saying is you use a threat to like me, yourself, and the rest of the clients. That's what that 14-day is. So I'm only giving you 14 days to find you somewhere to go. But he's not going to get it this time. I just got to get somebody that will escort him out. Real simple. Escort him out. My business wise. And then y'all going to tell me can't nobody escort him out. So basically, for me, because they polices, I'm assuming he wouldn't, fight you as much as he would try to come at me. And for some reason, he got in his heart, I'm scared of him. Yep, I am. It's not much. It's not as much you. I don't want to be behind bars. That's why I had to. And I already know that if a police say, for one, I know y'all can't do nothing. Because people been telling me, and y'all been telling me, we got to see it for our own eyes. We got to see it for our own eyes. So it's like you got to commit the crime in front of us. And once we see it, we see you committed the crime. And I'm like, why? Like when he been calling me putties and all that and bitches and fuckers and to me, that's not an excuse to tell somebody to go. You disrespected me in my business. And I'm supposed to keep you? That's just like an employee on the job. This is so horrible. I'm only trying to see, did they let him go? I can't even get 911 to come. So that way they can let me know at least where they took him and I can call to see actually did they let him go. And if they did, then I want to know who was the person that evaluated him. Because he made some statements on my phone about them and the police. Like the police and them telling them to come at me. And how you gonna come at me in my housing program when I'm only asking you to leave? You haven't paid since you've been there. You gave me a hundred in August 1 week, then you gave me another 100 1 week, then you skipped, then probably 2 3 months later, you gave me another 100. Get him a job, and he said it again today. Got him a job. He told me I got him fired. I got him fired, so he won't pay his rent. I just thought about that one with that. Y'all hear my throat, right? Because it's like, damn shame. It's been what, 45 minutes? That's how long it been since I called them. Cause I jumped right on here. Mm, 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 mm. 45 minutes. Mm. Cause they don't want to come. They don't want to come. They know they wrong. That's why they don't want to come. Mm. 45 minutes. 911. Only thing I want to ask, right? Because I don't know if he's at the house. If he's at the house, then y'all did not keep him for 24 hours. At least. Then nobody called me to talk to me. And I know they can tell that man messed up. I know they can. So I don't know what they evaluating it. If I can see it for myself, you the professional, you can't see it. But they had called the ambulance truck came and got him. I don't know if all that happened the last time because I was in the back. Would nobody talk to me? All the polices I tried to catch at least to say something. Oh, I gotta go. I said I'm the one filed the petition. They still was jetting off. It's like nobody wanted to talk. At least to let me know, what's happening. I said, was the lady that got out this car? What lady? The lady that got out this car that went in the house. I said, was her name Tika? I don't know who Tika. That's the other one I got the thing on. Cause I was getting ready to tell you, if that was his sister, y'all got emergency petition for her as well. They wouldn't even answer that. Like I'm some nosy, neighbor. And then the sergeant, he's standing up there like a thug too, right? And as I got close to him, he cut his radio on like he gonna catch something. I'm like, bro, I'm not the one, bro. I'm not the one. I'm not. I feel like these suckers making me age. Just over this, how long it been? About a week or two. And you know what? I'm gonna want some answers for this. I am. I'm gonna want some answers. Like 48 minutes ago, I called y'all just before I got on here. It took y'all that long to come. I just wanted to know where they took them. Is it like, what is that? Franklin Square? I couldn't think of the one over there off of like 33rd Street. I couldn't think of that one. The name of it to call and see. But I called John Hopkins. They told me they don't have them. And I called the University of Maryland. They said they don't have them. So I'm thinking that to me, and then I'm thinking walking distance too. So I'm thinking more like the lower areas. Now, if they took him to, I think John Hopkins, he probably wouldn't have walked home anyway. They probably would have brought him back home. University of Maryland probably brought him back home. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking Greater Grace. This is so sloppy with the police department. This is sloppy. Almost 50 minutes. No, that's not almost 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes and like 27 seconds now since I called. And I came on, like I said, I came on this because I wanted to go out to them other pages like this. I'm trying to go back to sleep. Now, let me say this. If this is the second emergency petition that I got on somebody, this is the second. I mean, do that means there's an issue there, or I have a issue with filing emergency petitions on people for no reason? This is a petition. What day I did this? The date. January the 21st, when I went to do this. And when they told me that actually this will not put them out, this petition for peace order. So they're in the same house, right? But if they filed this, it was just to stay away from each other in the same house. This not gonna take nobody out the house. So why did I need to file it if it's not gonna separate them like that? That's why it makes me think they doing stuff to just set things up. So I'll show them this, right? They'll overlook it. They won't even pay no attention to it. And then I'll show them this. This for Andre O'Pin. But nothing is wrong with him. Okay. Okay. Only thing I'm saying, I need him off, out of my business. And y'all telling me I gotta keep. And I should have his 14-day thing right here too. Might have got it mixed up in the sister thing right now until I go back through it. And I believe he deals with the same chronic, well, issues that his sister do, like bipolar, schizophrenic, stuff like that. My head's starting to hurt again. My pressure must be going up. 55 minutes. Mm. And I don't want to get in this truck and just drive around. Shit, I'm scared to call him back. I'm telling you. Not give him the address to my regular house where I stay. I don't like that. Which you can like look it up, but I'm just saying I didn't want him to come here. Yeah, I think I might have to call Franklin Square. I remember that one. Because I'm thinking they could have took him to Franklin Square. I think the other one is Good Samaritan. But it's one before Good Samaritan. They probably would take him to Good Samaritan too. But it's sad, y'all. I might get ready to get off. It's been almost an hour. As soon as I take everything off and jump back under the cover, they're gonna knock on the door. I'm just trying to keep track of everything. So when I do go get a lawyer, and I can, kind of like show them a little bit of this, show them a little bit of that. Because people talking about you can't record, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, they can record, I can record. Yep, it's been an hour. And I guarantee they went round to the house. But I gave them the address here, but told them where they picked them up at. Because I wanted them to come here. The only thing I wanted to ask them was what hospital y'all took him to so I could see is he still at. Because if he is, he's texting me from his phone. And in a way, I'm thinking he's on the psych part. He shouldn't have his phone. But if he texting me from his phone, then he at the house. And I said, if you at the house, you trespass. So I'll go file trespassing charges against you. You're no longer in my program. So why is you at my house? And he got something on there, right, where he claimed my house. What is wrong? My thing is, what, bro, I know you're not right, but how you gonna try to claim somebody else's program as your house? You're in a program. And that's the police bull jump. Tony, I don't know what they feeding them. I got people out my window because I don't want them suckers to be out there like in the squad stuff. Oh my God, I played too much. I need to stop playing. All right, it's been almost an hour, so I'm gonna get ready to get off. I'm gonna get ready to get off. It's sad. It's sad, and it seems like I ain't got nobody to report this to. I'm gonna go ahead, y'all. I wanted to say good night, but it's sad. I wanted to be on my live when it came, but this good enough right here. Love you.